This is Darren Green. I am a a consultant and coach that's been working in the Bay Area. I've been doing this work for since I was 21 when I joined the Youth Training Project. I'm a former member of the Kern County chapter that joined 5 days before I turned 15 back in 1999. And for those of you from Kern, you know how conservative the area is. One of the things I wanted to mention was that my experiences in CYC made a huge impact on my perception of the world and the work that I do now. I transformed from being a meek and quiet kid who perceived himself as a victim of abuse and unfair treatment into a resilient survival of maltreatment and ultimately a powerful and oftentimes outspoken advocate for change in my community. This was largely due to the efforts of CYC and CYC staff that really poured into me when I was really young. They believed in the possibilities I hadn't yet seen. Two of them I'd like to mention. One is Jude Koski, who became a powerful mentor for me in my life. He used his position and his relationships to forge new partnerships with organizations to create opportunities for LGBT youth like me when there weren't really many. I was recruited to join this organization, which was a collaboration between the National Center for Lesbian Rights and CYC called OYAC. And that project gave me an opportunity to be a part of a team of young people who were educating folks about the rights and the needs of LGBT youth in the system. That experience was transformative for me. It helped me feel seen and heard and safe in the company of many people who are my peers. And also helped me accept my queer identity in ways that I hadn't before. It also was a catalyst for me becoming a better ally for other queer and trans folks. One of the other people that made a huge impact on my experience and perception was Jamie Lee Evans, who she was the director of the Youth Training Project and its creator. That organization created powerful opportunity for young people like me from marginalized backgrounds to gain professional skills, to be able to use those skills to make sure that we're educating child welfare workers and supervisors all over California on better ways to work with youth. It was Jamie that really helped me gain a better understanding of what gender equality could look like. Not only through her modeling, but also through the conversations and the different bits of information she would share with us through our developing of curricula and the way just we essentially behave together in our organization. All of those experiences helped me become a feminist and an advocate for gender equality in all areas of my life. I share these things mainly because CYC as an organization has really modeled equity and inclusion in many ways. At least the ideas of them and the ways that they engage in participatory decision making, participatory action research, the way they model and encourage allyship with folks from different backgrounds, from different experiences, and from different regions. And the way that we commit ourselves to the diversity of our staff in the hiring practices, and in the ways that we create opportunities for other young people to experience things that they normally wouldn't have in their respective communities. Often, CYC, through advocacy, is able to empower marginalized individuals to find their voice and their choice so that they can make a difference in the world around them. Obviously, these efforts of equity and inclusion weren't without their challenges, but they were largely successful due to the organization's foundation on social justice and ability to authentically bring the youth voice into those decision-making tables. CYC really brought us together, and it created opportunities for us to create tools that are really useful for advancing equity and inclusion throughout the state of California, like, for example, the Queer and Youth Trans Rights. This brochure was actually created by the National Center for Lesbian Rights as a collaboration through the OYAC project with CYC. This was one of the tools that we used to help inform folks about the rights of LGBT youth in the system who were still learning about the new law that was passed back, it was new back in 2004. Also, in 2005, through the efforts of Youth Training Project, CYC was able to create this series of digital stories called Breaking the Silence, where it highlighted 10 stories of LGBT youth in the system. I was one of them. And not only was the experience really powerful for me, and I created strong bonds with the individuals that that were in my cohort, but this tool has been used widely throughout California in different curricula to help educate child welfare workers and foster parents and many, many other youth serving professionals all throughout the state of California to advance equity for everyone.